hole. You will appreciate a small hole. So, we purposely did not dig the hole because we want you to see that indeed you can dig the hole with a shovel. It's not that hard. The challenge we may have is the whole root system there.
So I missed it. What specifically caused that old tree not to, or the big tree not to be healthy and live?
This tree you're talking about?
Yeah.
That tree was dug late, planted late, so it had other problems that it had to deal with. So, I mean, I'm not sure, but you see the root system on that one as well. But see, I'm just about done with this hole.
So you're hitting play now, right?
No, I'm hitting 79. Yeah. It's not clay. I mean, it has more sand.
Dig a well in this pretty easy.
Alright, here we go. Pretty close, huh? A little bit more?
Monty, what is a container for?
What?
A container?
It's like like you go to Lowe's and buy a holly bush in a container. You can buy a pecan tree in a container.
Yeah, it's all growing in a pot, yeah.
It's a pot.
Alright, so there's our hole. Hole is dug. You want the ground line to be right at the same, and so we're right there. These long roots like so, you can cut those off. Not off, but you can shorten them. These that are coming out the top, you can do that. If you have a budded tree, you place the bud into the prevailing wind. You don't have a budded tree, this is a seedling, you just put the dirt in.
Does it have to put bone meal in with that as you cover it up?
Question is, does it help to put bone meal in? And the answer is no.
Promotes growth of
No,
the root.
no. Only thing that goes in the hole is the same soil you took out of the hole. No soil amendments. We don't want to have any fertilizer, which is a salt, in the hole.
You realize you're not talking about a lot of volume of soil here. When you start putting amendments in there, you're doing maybe more than you should do in that small of an area. So, and what you're doing with adding one of those products, even if bone meal's not a big deal, but you're creating a different root zone, a different soil chemistry function here than's out here. We want the thing to grow here, and we also want it to grow out here. If the soil is suitable to grow it out here, it's suitable to grow it in here. And so we think it's better to have a continuum of soil type and soil chemistry starting there and coming on out here. When we start shaking things up or changing it there, you may have a difference in wetting, drying, tendency to stay in that hole. We want the thing to grow out. So don't get, as Dr. Science said, we don't change much. If your soil is right to grow pecans, that's all you need in the hole.
So was that a grafted tree, and if so, what's the root size?
This is a seedling tree, and I grew this as kind of a hobby, with no future, but somebody wants some seedling trees, you can see me, but I intended to graft this tree, and there are different seeds that I use for the rootstock, improved varieties. It's a mixed bag of stuff.
So it's all pecan though?
Oh yeah, I mean that's a it's, let's say this one might be in a Kansas tree, seedling, and so it's a Kanza rootstock seedling tree is what you got there.
Now, a while ago, Dr. McKitchen told you to cut these trees back by half. Well, I don't think that's good enough. We have people growing 6 and 8 foot trees. You know, and if it's a 12-foot tree, that's 6 foot. That's too tall. I cut them all at 42 inches, regardless of tree size. Cut them hard. Cut them hard. You know, I planted a lot of trees for a lot of people, and it's never a good thing for the person to be there when you cut them off. But if you don't cut them off, they're not going to grow. Dr. McKitchen's right. The harder you cut them, the better they do, I can assure you.
Question. When I've pruned roses, pruned other things, I always had to prune just at a bud or prune it. With that, do you just whack it wherever you...
Oh, you're looking for a bud, yeah. We kind of knock the buds off. There's a bud over there, you know, and some people talk about the angle. So, you know, you can angle it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
You just cut them off.
That works.
Just cut them off.
That works real well.
And see how we watered the tree in? See how the water's settling? It's perfect. So what we're going to be looking for is right here at the ground line. I mean, we may have to add a little bit more soil, not a whole lot, because it was sitting on the bottom of the hole. So what you do is you water it, and you refill any soil that you have, and you re-water it. We'll put some more water on it now. And it's good for 6 weeks, guys. You don't water it again tomorrow.
6 weeks you water?
6 weeks.
When should you mulch it?
If you're going to mulch it, when would you start mulching?
You could mulch it today. You could mulch it today if you wanted to.
Las Vegas, take a vacation.
That's right.
Let me add just a point on this cutting back, and people continue to maybe disbelieve that. I dug these trees on Saturday, and at my place, and I did like any nursery does. They're either got a U-blade that'll cut the bottom of the taproot, and so we're doing root disruption and damage and removal. I didn't get all the roots on Saturday when I dug it up. I got what I could, and so every bud on here that's living, when it warms up, it's going to grow, and it does not know that the roots that there were roots that were removed. So you're going to have it grow out the way it was intended to grow out before we started digging it out of the ground. And by shortening this top, we have less water demand, and so the ability of these roots that are left to support half of this is greater than the ability of these roots to support all of these buds.
Because that one's got multiple tap roots in, right?
Yeah, there's a long story on these particular trees that I won't go into, but they were grown in a couple different locations. They kind of were handled as a container tree initially and transplanted to a field setting. And when you have a seed that is planted in place, you tend to get, and it doesn't hit any kind of interference, it will tend to make a longer taproot that's going to go in, depending on the soil type, may go down to 20 feet. When I was a student, I think when Dr. Stein was, we did a lab class out here, and Dr. Story made us find the bottom of the root system. and we literally dug, and they would hold somebody down by their feet and try to find the bottom of the root system. So they will make more of a single dominant root depending on how the seed was handled and whether they encountered any barriers. But these
That's
were
probably a good thing, right, for stability?
oh
There's some nurseries that used to undercut them and get multiple tap roots because they thought they got better livability, but there's no data to support that. I mean, we planted seedling trees that are multi-rooted like that, and one single root just like this right here, both live the same.
Monty, let's say this rootstock was taken out of the container and the bottom of those roots were wrapped around. I cut one the other day before I came here that was 4 feet long.
Yeah.
Taproot was.
That's what you do, cut them though. You did the right thing, you just cut them off. That's exactly right.
Where the elbow roots
change directions, once they've been given a new space to grow in, if the game changes completely, you know, I think if they're really in a, you know, by default, if they're in a circular pattern and you don't defeat that, they're going to get bigger, thicker. That's going to grow together, either form an inclusion or fuse